That's offensive, as if those two words constitute an argument.
A number of figures on the left have denounced this show as racist.
That is very offensive.
Caitlyn Jenner was Woman of the Year, but she hasn't been woman for an entire year. Oh, that's so offensive.
Honestly, I find it offensive.
I am so offended.
I was offended and dismayed.
It's a lot of music full of the N-word.
That's racist!
By the way, and the B-word.
Everything is sexist.
And the H-word.
Hate speech is not protected by the First Amendment. Yes, it is. Threats are not protected by the First Amendment.
Everything is racist.
That's offensive to me, that kind of language.
Everything is homophobic.
And it's offensively unfunny.
Sometimes you don't choose the right words, or you say the wrong thing. I have done that.
So yeah, Benji last night apparently liked me, and so he put me on a couple shows coming up.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's
how you do it, and you go at your own pace. Like, sometimes I get down on myself, like, I'm not doing this fast enough, or I'm not pursuing it hard enough, and then sometimes I'm like, look at Betty White.
Yeah.
Plenty of time.
Definitely. Yeah.
I'm not gonna make it that long.
Better.
Is it?
Yeah.
Can you say that again into the microphone so I can have it on recording?
It's gonna get better.
I'm pretty sure I have another 20 years max, so I gotta get going.
Like, if I complain now, they're like, oh, this is some girl bitching. But then I'm old, and it's like, oh, look at that old bag, like, going on. Yeah, it's the way dream. Sweeter.
That's the dream. Yeah, so I've been putting more of an effort into, like, actually talking to some of these guys, and, like, and I'm trying to hit at least, like, 4 mics a week.
Oh, wow. So you're doing the grind right now.
Trying to.
That's a lot of work.
It's just, it's hard with my job. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's hard with anyone's job, so, yeah. But that's what I've been doing. So I've been talking to some of these guys more, and... Great.
If no one knows who you are, well, if no one knows who you are, no one's going to be like, excuse me, does Dusty live here?
Right, yeah.
Because I'd like to have him on my comedy show. I don't know anything about him.
Wait.
Exactly.
So that's the thing.
I just heard a funny name.
You gotta like, you have to like put yourself out there, and that's the hard part.
You kind of lost me though. Can you explain that part one more time? A little slower, maybe. No, yeah, that's the thing, and I feel like I've been pretty consistently funny with different jokes too at the mics. So I've noticed like people are adding me on social media randomly. People
they
that
start to know who you are, and then
that I haven't even talked to. Like I'm just getting like all these ads like all of a sudden. So yeah, I feel like the effort is starting to pay off a little bit, or at least I'm seeing some things, like small things happen. So, but I think the festival was a big thing though. The festival, I think, the one reason why I was like pretty upset about not moving on to the next round was I know that in those later rounds, that's where they had like bookers and like promoters and stuff watching.
People can give you opportunities.
Yeah, so that was the upsetting part to me, is I felt like, at least based on the audience reaction, besides Chip, I thought I had the best set. And so it was kind of just disappointing to not move on to the next round. But those, not to say those guys weren't funny though. That moved on. I think they were funny. I just thought based on the audience, like that, I had to.
You killed it. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, definitely.
It felt really good when I came off. It was kind of like one of those things where you're like on a high, and then and then it just kind of like crushed me a little bit when they like didn't call my name. I was like, oh, I guess you just don't assume that you're moving on.
Yeah, you had a good audience. It's always nice to perform in front of a good audience.
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm going to get a good tape out of it too. So
there you go.
Yeah,
that's good long term. Yeah.
Good for you. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's probably how you actually get booked these days, right? Is actually having like good tapes and like Instagram profiles. And
just doing it.
Honestly, like people just have to know who you are, and people have to want to come see you. Mm-hmm. Those two things will ensure your success. I mean, right?
Yeah.
Like, because any promoter is going to book you if they know every time you do a show, at least 10 to 15 people are in the audience for you.
Yeah.
But that's tough, right? Like, your friends don't want to see you tell the same fucking joke over and over again. They're like, Jessy, your dick pic joke. We've all heard it.
Yeah.
Like,
and then it costs money to get into the show, and then a 2-item.
Yeah,
minimum,
I mean,
it's
so
like
and that's the thing. Is like, okay, how many times are you going to ask people to do that? And like, how large is your following? Do you have enough people to where, okay, these 10 people could come to this show this week, and then these 10 people could come to this show next week, and then various clicks or like, what is your following, but to get a following, you gotta get on shows. What came first, the chicken or the egg? It's tough, but the grinding will allow you to get to know other people that are doing things too, and opportunities will show itself. That's the thing, is you need to be present. You need to be in front of people's faces and top of people's minds.
I even had
that's tiring.
This old guy at the Winston's open mic come up to me afterwards and like ask me where like I was gonna be performing and stuff, and it was like, oh, I'm not.
And that's the thing, you gotta be like, I'm open to stuff, and like, but then you gotta do it. When Wednesday night at fucking 8:00 rolls around, and you're like, fuck, I have to work tomorrow. No, I can't. I gotta be at some open mic or fucking this thing
until 1 a.m.
Yeah, dude, and not even go up.
Yup.
That's the worst.
Or go up and tell them all my jokes to 2 dudes who felt bad and didn't want to leave, and you're like, God damn it, what am I doing with my life?
But it is kind of nice. Like I did one of those mics at the Palace the other night where there was 5 people there. One guy was just the random guy running the soundboard, the host, and then there was 3 people, and I got all 3 people to laugh. So I kind of was like,
success. Success.
At least I know that was a good joke.
And you can try all kinds of shit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's the thing, is you can try whatever at that point.
Mm-hmm. You always like, whenever you listen to interviews of comics too, they always talk about performing in front of one person at some point in their career, and like the goal is to try and bring the same energy and like enthusiasm, right, to that one person as if it was a full room.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to do, but I don't know.
I'm still learning. There's so much to learn.
Yeah. How long have you been doing comedy?
Like 4 years.
Okay.
And I've kind of like been half-assing it for a good 1.5 to 2 years, which is, in comedic fashion, as is tradition. Like,
as is tradition.
Sounds about right.
They're not go-getters usually, but they are. But they're and you know what? And it's in your own way. And I've come to at peace with that, because sometimes other comics some comics that started the same time are like really doing stuff, taking off, and it's awesome, and for me, I'm just like, it's really scary for me to just jump in all the way and really like put all my heart and soul into it, and it's like, I admire people who do that, but and I give props for sure, and sometimes it pays off, but it's
ballsy.
It is.
Vagina-y.
Right? But sometimes sometimes it's like, how bad do you want it? And then it's also like, who do you know? Sometimes it can be that. So,
the networking part of it is, I think, is the hardest part, because I just like don't like talking to people that I don't know.
That's what agents are for.
Yeah. Do you have an agent?
I could be your agent.
All right, be my agent. I could pay you the same amount of money that they paid you for the open mic.
Right? I know. Yeah. That's another thing, is transitioning from, you can get on shows and then it's like, okay, but at what point do you get paid?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When do you cross that line?
Yeah. I got paid for one show ever in my life.
Yeah.
And I slipped it was a $20 bill. I slipped it back into the host's purse when she wasn't looking, because she seemed like she needed it more than me.
Dude, no, it's a thing. Like, I mean, I made $6 the other night and like a free beer.
Woo!
Like, yeah.
Holy shit.
And it's one of those things where it's like, okay, what if I was like, all right, I'm going to quit my job. And it's going to be nothing but comedy. And if I don't make money off comedy, I don't eat.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. That's a scary thing.
So it's like investing in a small business because you're investing in yourself, and it's probably going to take, if you were to like quit your job and do it full time, I feel like it would still probably take 4 to 5 years before you even started to make a decent wage.
Right.
Because it's
like a livable one. Right?
Yeah. But you could get like a setup with a casino and do like a regular casino gig, and maybe that might help.
Yeah, exactly.
A big chunk, you know.
Or like
and then,
college gigs, they say pay a shit ton.
right, or you could do some comedic acting on the side and be like a step in. I mean, there are ways to make it work, right? It's just how bad.
Well, you probably have to start by moving to LA. That's
right, and living in an apartment with 10 other comics.
Because you could do stuff where it's like side work.
Yeah.
Extra work or whatever. Where you're just like
drive Uber and Lyft, temp stuff.
You're the homeless guy on the side of a movie set or something. You know, like you're the guy that's like an
extra,
willing to be like the homeless,
the shoe shiner
on some commercial. Yeah, like something like that. You have to be willing to be the asshole on set. You know.
Yep.
Ooh, off topic, but I want to start a business. I want to ask you guys what you think of it. It's like shoe shining.
Love it.
Someone set up. And they used to have that back in the day, but I want to do beard trimming.
Ooh.
Because there's so many beards out there, and they look like shit sometimes.
If you did like a mobile, like pet grooming, but for men.
and you just walked up and sat in my chair, and I just gave you a little beard trim.
Of course.
Really
You'd
basic
just set up
stuff.
in North Park, and you'd be like, it'd be a gold mine.
I'm just saying, what a cool business idea, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I want to do it. Beard trimmings. $15.
You might as well just like.
And I wear overalls and I'll put my hair in pigtails and.
You might as well just do like a mobile barber at that point. Like if you're doing beard trimmings, you might as well just do haircuts too. Because how hard is a guy's haircut? Come on, be honest. It's not hard.
I don't know, man. I can't do that fancy line shit they've been doing these days and the.
Then you tell your customers, I don't do the fancy line shit and the.
I can do a 3 or a 4. What are you into? You know what I mean? Are you a 3-man or a 4-man?
You could do the fancy line shit. The Asian lady that cuts my hair, she's got to be 70, and she does the fancy line thing for me. It's not very good, but
it's a little bit of practice.
But yeah, no, I seriously I wonder what the rules are.
I think there's only laws or rules regarding straight razors.
I think you do have to have a license. Actually.
And then
what if I got one of those beard trimmers from those $20 beard trimmers?
You have to actually have a license. Do you have to have a state recognized?
If you
trim body hair off of humans.
Well, it's a cartel. It's a hair cutting cartel. It's for real too, actually.
Well, there's so you could do clippers and stuff with just a regular what is it called, a hair cutter,
clippers,
not a barber, but
I just know them as clippers.
Okay, and then if you use a straight razor, I know that you have to have a barber's license.
Okay, no, I'm not trying to straight razor. I'm just trying to use that little. Whatever men use on
clippers.
Their face, women use on their bush.
They're called clippers.
Maybe use a different one for these.
Right?
have separate ones.
Bush trimming
guys might be in a market for that. Actually,
Exactly.
I could do couples make your beard match her bush.
Whoa, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's
like a puzzle that
they're fits in together.
Yes, that would be amazing.
Once he puts his face down there, it just fits.
Yeah, right. That would be amazing. It's a puzzle piece.
It's a key. It's
indented
a key. It's a physical key.
Because it's not enough with the wiener and the other part.
Yeah. Let's double down. Do you know what that other part's called?
Yeah, the wiener and vagina isn't enough of a metaphor for a key and lock. Yeah.
We don't need to be redundant. I mean,
exactly. I think you've got a good business strategy. I would invest.
Just have a little chair,
Yeah.
Yeah, just like the shoe shiner.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like elevated, so you feel like some shit's going down.
Yeah, I would do it just to feel important. I would grow a beard.
Yeah, would you like go up to a girl that was like had a chair on the boardwalk if you were walking down and do like beard trimmings?
Excuse me, ma'am. Have these clippers been used on your bush?
Yes.
Okay, good. You sold me. Okay,
that'll be $20 for that. $15 for the non-bush trimmers.
Let's do this.
20 for that's smart. Charge extra. Yeah. You've got
You're
it all
like,
figured
no,
out.
I have health standards. And you're like, bye.
Yeah, I like my beard trimmings like I like my Mexican food, like C grade. Health inspector.
C grade.
Passable.
Like, what do you call people without beards? Women.
You got it.
Yeah. 2 women in this room.
Yeah. Yep.
2 women.
I started shaving it off because I feel younger.
Yeah.
It is crazy when you know a guy that
you're
has
not,
only
though.
had a beard and then he shaves it off. You're like, who's that guy?
Yep.
Who is that guy?
Yeah.
It really does.
Who's the 12-year-old?
change a lot? Yeah.
I kind of like, so I had the beard and then like I shaved it off. And it felt like I catfished myself. It was like, oh,
oh yeah?
Yeah, because the pictures without a beard are from like high school and I was all handsome and skinny. Just like, shaved it off. Oh, that's not what was supposed to be under there.
Yep.
But
I don't think I can ever go back because I look like I'm 12 without a beard, and I want, I like to date older women, so this is the key.
I feel the same way when I shave my bush.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, it looks 12 again.
I feel rejuvenated.
I found the fountain of youth.
Yep. Same.
Same Z's. But you have to bat wing it, right? Like to shave yours.
To shave the balls. Okay, how?
I clippers.
You clippers your balls?
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What if
Every
something
once in a
got
while, I
like
get a
pinch, a little
I get a little
pinch
nick
or
every once in
something?
a while. Yeah,
Ooh.
it's not fun.
I don't know.
It's not like the worst, but it kind of hurts when you shower.
It stings.
A little sting there.
I started
for a day. It's not that bad.
I just use a regular razor on my balls now.
They make like trimmers specifically for your balls.
Yeah, I keep seeing ads on my YouTube, and I'm kind of like, well, it's one of those things where you're like, guys, I shaved my bush. Like, are you spying on me? Like, why do you keep target advertising bush?
Shave your bush right in front of the webcam.
I can't tell you enough, YouTube. I shaved my bush. Stop telling me I need to shave my bush.
I felt the same way when I saw an ad for like skin tag removal. It's like, who the fuck is watching me when I shower?
Or like teeth whitening, and you're like, man.
You know what?
They know. I know. Like I get like those tampon commercials when it's that time of the month. I'm like, phone. How did you know?
Your body temperature just changes.
Yeah, it's insane.
Your phone's like, oh, she's a degree and a half hotter.
Right?
Are you ever self-conscious about the noise that the tampon makes coming out of the wrapper?
No.
I'm so glad you said rapper.
I used to be though. Like that's so it's so dumb. Like what as a teenage girl you're embarrassed about that. You're like you shouldn't be embarrassed about it, but you can't help it.
She's just eating Ritz in the bathroom. It's not a big deal,
right? That's why you flush the toilet and you have that many seconds to get it out of the tampon. Again, back to the bathroom strategy.
Yeah, you time it. There's a timing for everything in the women's schedule, clearly.
Dude, it's intense.
It's regimented. That is a very
intense.
strict schedule.
I know.
Dicks.
Sorry, I was biting.
Yeah, just let it rip. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, it's a bathroom.
Like, yeah, you walk into
it, man.
I don't expect anything other than piss and shit when I walk into a bathroom. So why would you try to hide it?
Like I feel like if I were to like fart in a women's restroom with a like full of women and I came out, they would all give me like this like shame like
Like, see, I imagine if I had like a tampon and I was like in a stall and I had to like open it up and like put it in.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be like a calculated like, okay, how do I do this as quiet as possible so no one knows? I would be like making jokes like, now ladies, that's half of the month for me.
No, it's a
like
very...
rip it and be like, this one's slippery. I hate when they don't open right. And you're like, anyone got a box cutter? Like I would make jokes. Like I don't know how. I don't.
Like somebody give me some gauze. I'm gonna pack this motherfucker snack.
You gotta plug it up.
I'm about to pass out. All the blood loss.
Starting to look like the hotel from The Shining.
We're gonna flip the roles and build a dam for this beaver. You know?
Right? I wanted to make my own line
because you're all there. I mean, it's not like I feel like if it was unisex, if it was a guy and girl bathroom, I could see women.
Well, okay,
being
if
real
you're
weird
friends,
about it
that's
stuff.
fine.
But a bunch of women,
but you
like,
can't
bunch
with
of women
strangers.
being women's, you know, like just let it rip. You know, a bunch of dudes being dudes in the bathroom.
I
like,
get
I'm
it.
gonna not like be weird about farting, dude.
I totally get it.
We all fart when we piss.
We all try to
You're gonna
pretend
let
to
it rip.
hide the fact that we have buttholes from each other.
Yeah.
We're like, we don't.
We're just a long tube with legs.
There's nothing there.
That's all that we are.
Fine.
We're sophisticated tube with legs. All right. We're sentient tubes.
Not everyone has legs, so that's not sensitive.
True, yeah.
You know what? That's a good point. I'm sorry to all the people without legs, but tube. Until the tubes out there.
I saw a dude on Facebook with those inspirational videos, and he was like had no arms and no legs.
Ew.
And he was like in a dance competition.
No, don't do that.
I'm sorry.
Don't do that to him.
It was like inspiration.
That's so
No, he was into it. It was
He
him.
entered himself into
Everyone's
it.
mocking him behind his back. You know
Well,
what
see,
I mean?
that's
Like,
I don't
it's
know.
so
Like
mean
to
to him.
he had to adapt. Like he was like his parents. Like we're talking about how like they forced him to learn. Even though he'd be like. As a kid, he'd be like, as a kid, he'd be like, "Fuck you, man! Why are you making me do that? Can't you see I don't have any arms and legs? Like, just do it for me." And they were like, "No, you need to do it for yourself." And like, he's totally amazing. He fucking rolls.
I mean, how many moves do you have? Other than like roll a little
and
bit?
you have to like get the momentum. You have
Hop
to
a
like
little bit, bounce a little bit. That's
himself.
about it.
It's pretty fucking amazing.
How
but
much-
also, yeah, it's obviously it's a human being with it's just a torso.
It's just
you can't
a
pretend
sack of
that's not there.
potatoes. Like it's just a flour sack, like a
Oh,
sentient
no.
flour sack.
No, that's
Oh, now that's mocking him behind his back. All right.
There's a heart inside that flower sack.
Yeah.
I mean, the cool thing is,
I know, and I'm being considerate and thinking that there shouldn't be.
the cool thing is that
we
he
should
could wear.
not. That's so cruel to that heart to have it contained.
Yeah, he could wear the
in such
flour
a
sack
horrible-
without cutting holes in it. I think that's pretty cool. Segments?
Yeah, sure. Well,
I have to.
I like the potential new segment.
Are you saying that you
have you ever pissed or pooped your pants?
I mean,
I like that new
you're
segment
welcome.
going forward. Yeah,
You're welcome. It brings us all closer together.
Yeah.
Like once I hear your horrible story, I feel more comfortable sharing my horrible story.
That's what we're here for.
Thanks, you guys.
Yeah,
like that.
we're a support group,
I know. I like it.
just with microphones, and we record everything that we say.
The one thing that I didn't say about my poop pants story though that I want to add on.
Pants story.
So like when I did poop my pants, I was coming back from San Francisco and I was a Lyft driver, and like I had been like lifting, like doing Lyft rides in San Francisco, like making gas money and stuff. And then like, okay, I was going to road trip down to LA. And then my plan was like spend a couple days in LA, just like Lyft riding and like, you know, sleep in my car and like Lyft ride and make a bunch of money. Cause at the time you could make more money in LA driving. And so when I pooped my pants, I was like, I just gotta go straight home. You know?
That ended the road trip.
So my plans, like the poop pants, changed the plans.
Literally, you turned your car around.
It wasn't me. Like the whole reason I want to bring it up because like what a hero I am. You know what I mean? Like think about this because I was like, man, I can't subject any passengers
to this
to poop fragrance in the air.
Totally. No, that's very
particles.
Kind. Yeah.
I mean, I aired out the car, you know, stuff like that. But it's just like, man, that lingering smell. Like, I just wouldn't feel good consciously, like, picking someone up 4 hours later and being like, hey, how's it going? And they're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to work. And I'm like, yeah, crazy story last night.
Have you guys...
wouldn't believe what I did last night.
Have you guys ever farted while having sex?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did she know?
No.
Or did you
I don't think she cared, in all honesty.
But like as a girl, you can cover it up with a
and with a dude, you can cover it up with a
I don't know if a girl could cover it up with that for me because it would be like, oh, that was unusual.
You could just be like, oh, that was a queef. You did that.
Yeah.
You made that happen. I just blame it on him.
That's that's one of the worst feelings though. Like having sex and just desperately trying to hold in a fart. I feel like
that's like when you're new. That's some new shit.
Really?
Like
I still don't like to fart when I.
I've had, like,
no, but I mean,
really
new in a
bad leg
relationship
cramps,
with someone,
which
like,
is-
you know, versus if you've been together a long time.
I don't know what that's like, but that sounds fun.
Oh, sex is a whole different thing when you've been together a long time.
Yeah.
You mean like longer than 3 months? I make it one quarter, one. What is that? Business
like
quarter?
one cycle of the moon.
One
like,
fiscal quarter.
One fiscal quarter.
Moon cycle.
And then she realizes, oh yeah, this is it. That's it. It's not going to change.
Attaboy. 3 months is a long time.
Thanks.
I think the longest I can claim is 3 weeks. So, you know, working hard.
I knew I liked
putting a lot of effort in.
No, I think I've gotten a year under my belt.
Oh.
Still no fart sex, though.
How long have you been with your boyfriend now?
2 years.
Oh.
But that's not my longest.
Yeah, I know your longest was before that.
When does the fart sex start?
It's like depends on the person.
Yeah.
I mean,
gotta adapt, huh?
Yeah. Right. And it depends. Like some guys are like, oh yeah, chicks fart, it's cool. And some guys are like,
My boyfriend does not poop.
Girls
Not
don't
fart.
do that. It's so gross. And you're like, I thought I was the chick.
I had this great stepdad, and he told me one time, he said, girls don't fart. That's why they bitch so much. Otherwise, they'd explode.
I've heard that one.
Yeah.
That's like a cranky old man.
Oh, he was.
really
They
good man
to
sexist
say, like,
joke, yeah.
fuck women.
Yeah, he was like 11 years older than my mom.
Yeah.
She was like the trophy wife at the time.
Of course.
Mm.
Of course.
Congratulations.
He had a boat.
Oh, boat people? You come from boat people?
One of my stepdads had a boat. I was thinking about it. Like that's one of the jokes I use. Is like my mom's been married and divorced 5 times. So like if I ever get married and have kids, I just want my kids to have an opportunity to have the same amount of dads that I had. And like I was thinking, I should start naming all of them. There's like Steroid Dave, like Boat Frank.
Boat Frank?
Because there's always a stepdad with a boat or a motorcycle, one of the two, or both if he's a douchebag.
Or like you get that stepdad like that's on that movie Liar Liar. Where he's like,
oh yeah,
you're scared of the claw, and he like is so overly eager to like win you over, and you're like
The guy that was Robin Hood Men in Tights.
like it hurts to watch that stepdad.
Oh, he was in Saw too. He sawed his foot off.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right.
OG'd it.
Yeah.
you know, you just get so fed up with people's bullshit. You're like, I need to teach people lessons.
Yeah.
By murdering them brutally.
But I don't know if that is, I mean, I get, just because something is effective doesn't mean it's recommended. You know what I mean? Like,
you heard it here first.
Like anorexia is great for weight loss. But maybe there's other ways though.
There's other ways.
Yeah, like just cut your sugar and sodium.
Or like if you're a picky eater, you know, it's just like, oh, you just haven't been hungry enough.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Just kidding. That's twisted.
No, I like it.
Yeah, that's where we draw the line. Actually, yeah.
I knew there was a line on this show. I knew I would find it.
Now back to our segment, Fat Shame Sean.
Dude, the Fat Shame Sean was really disappointing to me.
Other than that,
I'm sorry.
We don't like to talk about people's weight on this podcast. Yeah. Or their eating habits. Yeah.
Yeah, Sean doesn't know this, but I actually reinforced that chair because I knew he'd be sitting there.
Oh, are we going back to the fat shaming?
Of course. No, I'm just kidding. I expect that chair to break soon.
For all the libertarian fans out there. This is how fat I am. I'm like 75% of the way to like not seeing my dick. So how fat do you think I am? What about, because this is usually a question for the dudes.
Oh, okay.
So this is a question for you, and or you can answer for your boyfriend.
Oh.
But would you rather do the period or do the colon?
Oh.
Period or colon?
My first anal, as they call it, last year.
Like in you?
Would you rather put your penis into the bloody vagina or the poopy colon? Period or colon?
Why would you want...
Period or colon?
Why would you want poo on your wiener?
That's true.
I'm just kidding. Some people like poo in their wiener.
Or blood.
I'm not judging.
Some people don't like the blood on their wiener.
No, you know, I mean...
Bloody wiener, poopy wiener.
You gotta be really horny.
Did I ever tell you guys this story?
You know, I mean, like, that's the thing. Is like, you can't wait. Like, you need it right now. Like, then it's like, you just turn the lights off and no one has
put some newspaper down.
Anything. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Would I rather? Well, I've never done the poop thing, so
it'd be nice to try it one time.
I've heard like different reviews from dudes on that as far as the greatness or not that greatness of it.
Yeah.
Of like, are you talking about just anal or actually poo? Because I feel
no,
like
not categories, but like.
When you were a kid, did you ever sing that song, "A Scat Makes the World Go Round"? No, you guys didn't go to like. You guys didn't go to like camp in like 6th grade, and they like taught you about how shit like makes everything grow. No.
I mean, I knew
what kind of hippie camp did you go to?
It was called Psycon.
Were you guys using compost toilets?
I don't know. I just remember that song, "Scat Makes the World Go Round."
That is...
I don't remember any, like, how it goes beyond that.
I mean, I've heard of Everybody Poops.
Yeah.
Everybody poops.
Right, but I've never heard of Scat...
Makes the world
go round.
No.
Yeah.
But it makes sense.
Yeah. I just like that you said categories.
Does it? I mean, first of all, how presumptuous of you to assume that the Earth is round. First of all, there's a debate to be had on the surface of that. Second, is there enough energy to generate the turning of the Earth?
Sean's really upset by
this. I'm really mad about this.
I'm
furious
Do
about
you
this.
have enough energy to formulate
I am anti-scat. This podcast is also going to be
man.
anti-scat.
There have been a few times where he got to me and I got angry because I was like, how can you even be presenting me with this information right now?
Yeah.
Like, why, like, the sun's actually cold? That one bothers me still.
Because it's so true.
That one bothers me.
So mad that it's so true.
That the sun is actually cold. It's not hot.
Yeah,
who went to verify this?
People.
Who are these people?
The people.
The people.
The people out there that did the
verify things
stuff about it. And then they made YouTube videos, and then I saw the YouTube videos, and I'm like, that made a bunch
Meanwhile,
of
I'm
sense.
trying to explain hydrogen fusion to this guy. And I get angry.
How come when you get close, it's cold? That's all I want to know. How is space cold? Can't answer it.
Yes, you can.
Can't answer it.
It's a vacuum.
Whatever that
Fat make Sean's body round.
Wish I could just like. You don't get to choose where fat comes.
No.
On your body, and
Much like men.
I wish I could put it somewhere. Like, could I move it to my feet?
Like,
And then just
yeah, like as
hide
a
your feet
chick,
for a
like
while?
it's like, there's little tips to justify yourself. You're like, all right, well, as long as my tits are bigger than my belly,
Yeah, like if you move
I'm
all
good.
your tits.
I'm fine. But the minute
Push all the fat up into your tits.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Like me, I like girls like dudes with butts, right? I just want to like push all my fat into my butt. Get a nice big
girls
butt.
like dudes with butts.
That's what the movies say.
They do.
I don't know what movies
Yeah,
he's
everyone's like,
watching.
look at that butt.
I did.
Look at that butt on that guy. I'm like, yeah, look at that dude's butt.
I did see a guy get harassed the other day. He was a bartender, and the woman was all wasted, like ordering a drink. And she's like, "I just want to say, you have a really cute butt."
To you?
I'm sorry.
I feel
No,
like-
to the bartender, and he was
I-
like, "Thank you."
I feel like I know what she looks like just based on the voice.
Yeah, describe her.
She's 35, 45,
I'm gonna
and
say a rough 45.
She has one of those soccer mom haircuts.
She's like wasted.
Yeah.
The Justin Bieber haircut.
like dad.
Let me speak to your manager haircut.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The Karen.
Dad's out of town and
Her
she
name is
splurged
Karen.
on a sitter for the night.
Hey, wild women on white. I know the type.
Like her name is Karen, and she named her
she's
third
probably
child with her
She's
second
probably my type.
If she's had 2 kids at least, then she's right up.
If she ain't 40, she ain't for me.
Interesting. Very interesting. Well, they know a thing or two.
Which is impressive for women. Yeah.
It's weird though because he always gets the 40-year-old.
Wow.
The 40-year-old virgins. That's exactly what happens.
Just crushing it.
What about last sex?
Oh, you guys asked this last time.
Yeah.
Remember? I
Still
wanna
in a
win every
relationship.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this morning. Duh.
There you go.
Same.
Dusty, yeah.
Same.
Wait, does it count when it's with yourself?
No, definitely not. No.
No.
Why?
Masturbation doesn't count.
No?
No.
Oh. But it's still this morning. Either way.
Different.
It doesn't change the answer. Oh, that's so funny.
Or, yeah.
Oh. No, if masturbation counted, I'd be like, yeah, 4 times yesterday.
I just got laid like 4 times,
Yeah,
bro.
you're like 20 minutes ago. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I was in the bathroom.
Jesus. Who do you guys think I am? Yeah. Do we ever? We still don't change, right? We're vol cells.
Dusty, I think, is the runner up here.
I'm a vol cell. I'm like Matumbo.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
just
What did
swatting
I
down
say
all the
last
sex.
time?
Like, not
It was
my
a
house,
week.
lady.
It was like a
boom,
week or two.
Fuck out of here.
Boom, and I wave a finger in her face. Not today, bitch. Not today. You can't have this.
That's how I felt
That's
when
my
I
life right
became
now.
single after 7 years. I was like, no, wiener, no.
Kick them away. Pin them away.
Literally
Punch
beating them off with a stick.
I got all like,
I do not want all this sex you're throwing at me, okay?
Yeah.
Get it away.
I know.
Out of my face.
You know what you could use in your time of need? I know you're vulnerable right now. Would you like some wiener? Make you feel better.
You know what?
Yeah.
I usually say no, I don't want sex right now because I need to fart, and then
And then I weed the guys I wouldn't want to talk to anyway out.
Yeah.
The ones left standing. I'm like, all right, my kind of guy.
Yeah, we can work with this.
It's,
This guy's probably pooped his pants a couple times. Yeah,
he's my type. He's my type.
I'm into that. Humbled. I like a humbled man.
Yeah. It's like getting punched in the face. It's just there to humble you, bring you down a peg or two.
Yeah, didn't you say everybody needs to get punched in the face one
I
time?
think everybody is allowed like one open-handed slap a year. I think everyone should be allowed. It can be anyone. It could be a child. It could be anyone. But everyone just gets one One open-handed slap.
Like to give or to take? You're giving the slap or you're taking the slap? Or both?
Depends on what you want.
Because if everyone, I mean, by default, you'd have to do both.
It's
right?
character
You'd have to-
building.
if everyone gives a slap, everyone also
some
would
people
have
would just
to
receive more
logically
than
have
one.
to receive.
I think the only restriction would be that, like, I don't know.
Yeah, just like
would there, could there be any
80,000
restrictions
people
on it?
choose like George Bush or something. Like some people just get a bunch of them. You know?
And it's your right. Like, you get to slap whoever you want.
Right? No, I think.
Can you male women it? Like, can a guy hit
I think
a woman,
like
or is that not allowed?
when you turn
Is that
17,
weird rule not allowed?
you have to just get fucking clocked in the fucking face. Just
like getting-
one good time.
Yep, it's like
I
getting
think that's how
jumped
old
in.
I was.
Like you can't break
Or
anything
16
now.
when I got punched
like
in the face.
you know.
That's what I'm saying. Open hand, because like a fist, you can do some damage, but but an open hand,
bitch slap that can hurt
Dude, have you
someone's
seen-
soul. Like,
exactly. It's a humbling experience. But if you could give an open hand slap, you also have to receive an open hand slap.
Yeah.
Keeps everyone humble. It's like it establishes a natural order. Plus, I think it might give some people something to live for. Like if you just got like that was your one thing that you lived for was you get to slap
It's
anyone
like the
you
purge,
want.
but for slaps. Like once a year, like one day a year, everyone's like, okay, government comes on the megaphone.
People
or
are
whatever,
like boarding up.
people, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the night of slaps. Where
like some like asshole
Please
comes
choose
to
your
your
slap
house and he's
wisely.
like, "It is slappy time," and he like pulls out different gloves. He's like, "Ah."
He pulls off one glove only to put on another glove.
Well, yeah, the one glove has like lotion in it, so it takes that one.
I need to keep my hand in pristine slap condition.
I'm telling you, give people a reason to live.
He's just in an executioner hood.
Suicide rates drop by like 20%. But that's what I would like. If I could have one wish, it would be everyone gets a slap.
And you know, I think you've come a long way from like genocide, though. Like, you know, we've toned it down a notch.
That is true. Yeah.
Thanks.
Good for you. You've made some progress.
Yeah.
Just a lot of physical pain.
Proud
not a
of
lot
you.
Yeah, I just want to.
death. Yeah.
Some people just need a slap to the face. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Or hugs. You know, everyone gets a hug.
Boo.
It's disgusting, right? Ugh.
Love.
Don't touch me.
But I just threw up in my mouth a little bit as I was saying it. I'm sorry. It was really hard to keep a straight face, too. Dude, like, have you ever hooked up with someone who was like,
Into
all right,
the
right before I come, I need you to punch me right in the face? No? All right.
That's
twice.
He was weird. He was weird.
I've done the same, but choking, like where it's like real.
Yeah.
Let's get real close to killing each other here, right as we're about to, you know.
Yeah, I don't
But never
know,
like
man.
punch, where it's like I want that violent.
I don't
That
know.
action. I don't know.
I had
Someone
one
was telling me
girl.
they like to get raped the other day, and I was like sitting here, kind of like, can we not talk about this in a bar? Like, my friend's girlfriend is like, yeah, like, and then I'm like looking at my buddy, like, dude, do you rape this girl every night? Like, what are you?
It's terrible.
I had one
liked
girl
it. She
that
liked
wanted
it.
me to
Not
slap
real,
her,
like,
and
real,
so
but
I
like,
slapped
yeah.
her, and then she told me to slap like a bitch.
Oh, shit. So
She's
you
like-
headbutted her? Just
I pulled out a knife, like just. No, but that's a true story though. Like, cause how hard are you? Like, I can't just like unload.
It
on
depends.
somebody,
If it's an ass, I've had girls want me to slap their ass, and I'll unload on a girl's ass.
Yeah, this was her face though.
I'll unload on a girl. So that's what he said.
Yeah, I just said it. But yeah, I can't slap a girl in the face. I'm like
Super hypothetical.
Yeah, I can't. I don't think I could slap, even if I had my one slap.
What
a year.
did she do?
That's true.
That's a good point.
I need to know these details. months before I can pass judgment.
Like usually it's not okay to ask what she did when you're talking about a woman getting hit, but in this scenario it's appropriate. She seems to be the one that's like okay for that to be asked, right?
I'm just kidding. Sorry, ladies.
No, thank you for asking and being concerned about all parties involved. All right. You're showing that you've got a lot of... You care for people.
Yeah.
That's what we've learned here today.
Lots of caring being smacked around.
Totes.
Thrown around here. What about the last time we washed our sheets? 'Cause it's been a while for me, actually.
Just same answer as last
3
podcast.
weeks,
They're in the dryer
4
right
weeks,
now.
5 weeks.
I do every 2 weeks. Jesse.
I don't understand. What is this?
Like, when was the last time you washed your sheets?
Your bed sheets, yeah.
You wash them?
Yeah.
When?
When was the last time?
Ooh, moving on.
It's like a plate. It's like it doesn't flex.
Hey, and just for context, this is the poop period PE sexer.
Not washing your sheets.
Yeah, exactly.
Episode. Hey, you asked for it. No, I'm just kidding. Like 2 to 3 weeks is good.
Yeah.
Once a month is
Max.
like you shouldn't go over a month. Like that's a problem.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna want to be in that bed for long.
Yeah, especially if you're having period poop sex and
Who isn't?
Nightly.
Duh.
Or morningly.
You just keep the plastic on. It's fine.
Oh yeah, that's
and if I'm doing it solo, I usually import it.
One of those pee-pee mattresses.
The pee pads. My mattress is a pee pad.
Did I tell you guys about my friend who had a friend that had the anal bead?
You told us about it. I don't know if Jesse heard it.
Was it on the podcast?
Yeah.
So my friend who went to Arizona State,
of course,
had another friend who told him about this date that he had gone on with a girl, and she brought him back to her place. And when they got there, everything was covered in plastic, like the furniture, the floors, like everything covered in plastic. And he was like,
"What's going on?"
Yeah,
like Dexter.
Well, yeah, like Dexter.
Yeah.
But he was like, she's hot, so I don't care.
Right?
So,
Yeah, you guys will tolerate a lot.
Yeah. It's like that Louis C.K. joke, like the picture of like the girl killing his mom. He's like, oh, when I come, we're going to need to talk about this.
It's fine.
So he's having sex with this girl, and she pulls out anal beads, and of course they're for him. And she pops one in, and he's like, okay, and like whatever. And she keeps like putting more and more in.
Doop, boop.
And it gets to the point. Yep. That's probably the sound. Yeah.
How many are there? I
think it's more of a bloop.
Do they get bigger or are they the same size? Like the bigger.
It's like the opposite of a poop. So
universal.
Yeah,
size.
they do get bigger,
I've
right?
seen sometimes.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Depends on what you're looking for.
So when you're blooping, do you get like a little more bass in your bloops? Like bloop,
yeah,
bloop, bloop,
it goes
bloop,
deeper in octave.
Next thing you know, it's like one bloop, and it echoes through the room.
Like at first, it's like pebbles and skipping across the water, and then then it just turns into like I just chucked a boulder in.
It turns into a big splash.
Yeah. Okay.
So
and then
so they're having sex, and he's got several of these beads in his butt, right? And then he starts to climax, and as he's coming, she grabs him and like rips him out like a lawnmower.
That could hurt something.
Well, so because he's coming, he loses control of like
Who just shits everywhere.
and shits everywhere.
Oh
Like a broken
That's what the plastic was for.
Everything was covered in plastic.
Yeah.
Because she was into that.
And she was into shit. Yeah.
Oh, categories.
Categories.
She's a scat girl.
Scat girl.
That's
Scat
was she a clean
She's
freak?
a scat lady.
Was
Crazy
she a
scat
clean?
lady.
I've heard that like sometimes like when you're a clean freak, like it'll like
because it's like a deviant.
It's your naughty.
Thing.
It's the naughty. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So shit sex. So
Gross.
So stay away from anal beads unless everything is covered in plastic.
I feel
Looks like we're eating dinner off the floor.
I feel like in that case, like murder is the second worst thing that could happen. With everything covered in plastic.
You mean she didn't kill him? You mean she made him shit everywhere?
And then let him go?
That's worse.
Yeah, you have to live.
But I mean, maybe he felt like so relaxed, like it's like getting a colonoscopy.
Maybe
like,
that was the greatest orgasm of his life.
Maybe
the
it was
lightest you've ever felt in your life.
Like I didn't
It's
really
like a
hear
detox. Like
I don't remember them saying anything about what he did afterwards, if he hung out or if he took off.
yeah, right. The story just ended with that. It's like end of story. There's no.
Isn't that crazy? Oh, did you hang out? Oh, I gotta go.
Looks like you got some shit to clean up.
I had a sigmoidoscopy one time, which is like a colonoscopy.
Okay.
But you're awake for it, and they don't go as far up.
And the doctor uses his dick.
It's like
He just straps
Weird one.
It's like outpatient.
He just straps a GoPro to his dick and just like
We're gonna
One
take
where the
it
doctor puts his dick in you.
And they had me lay on my side, like facing the TV screen, so I could like watch the whole thing. So there's like a license plate and tire.
Did you ask for a tape? Could I get one to go?
I should have, huh? That's a really weird feeling though, like because you can feel it go like.
But it's good. What are they looking for? Polyps?
Yeah, they were looking for the cancers.
Yeah.
And like worms and stuff.
Dude, my boyfriend's dad had like colon cancer, and so like now he needs to be checked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like for stuff.
Regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a pap smear for you guys.
That's exactly what it is.
It's a polyp smear. Yeah.
Except, in the back door instead of the front door.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the front door?
You took too long, so the doctor's going in through the back.
A no-knock raid by the SWAT team through the front door. Flashbang.
Stun him. Hit him with a stone cold stunner.
Kick a window down and break through. Yeah. I was gonna ask, like, for the boyfriend, is it where do they enter to like look for a soul? Is it through like the front or the back, or is that too far?
No, it's not fair. It's not fair. Gingers do have souls.
Okay, so they found it somewhere. Was it?
It's in there.
Or was it in the front, or was it like?
It's in the butt.
Oh yeah, weird.
If it weren't for his beard, I would talk more shit on him, but he's got a pretty great beard.
He's just a way nicer person than me. He's a Special Olympics coach.
Yeah.
And so like he knows how to deal with like special people. So that's why he's really good with me.
Cripples and
He's
idiots.
really good with me. Nice and patient.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Last time I was on your show, I was talking about like the red carpet.
Yeah.
And I've done that on stage a couple of times. It gets laughs every time.
Yep.
It's
We're here for you to try out new material.
That's wonderful, you guys. I can't wait to talk about all this period
this whole time,
and poop
and I
stuff.
had no idea why we're here, and that's
It's
it?
for her, yeah.
Oh, dope.
Duh.
That's awesome.
Come on now. Do you think we do this for fun? No.
All about the money. Only for the money. Yeah.
You got shows going around in San Diego?
Actually, I don't have anything lined up that I can think of, but I mean, it just happens. And it's so funny is I was a few weeks ago, I was like, I'm going to take a break from comedy and kind of take it easy. And then I got like asked to do 2 shows like back to back the following week.
Hate it when
and
that
I was
happens,
like, the universe was like, fuck you. You're doing fucking comedy.
Yeah. Like,
You know, I mean, we
you're
should
funny.
just try to produce our own show.
I really do want to do that.
But producing is fucking very difficult.
Dude, I've been looking at leasing commercial real estate to like put on my own shows, but I just don't think I can afford it.
It is very expensive.
Totally, it is, and it's like, you know, everybody loves comedy, and no one loves comedy when you're trying to get them to come to a show that you're producing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, but
you
like
have to pay
at a
to laugh?
party, all your friends are like, "Oh, this is my friend, she's a comedian," you know, and then like you're like, "Hey, I'm producing a show about this show. Come out." Crickets.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm just kidding. I have really good friends. They actually come out and support. But I mean, I tried producing with a girlfriend some years back at the Palace, and you know, she would book the comics and I would like try to do the marketing, but it's just so it's a challenge. It really is.
I
And
feel like the Comedy Palace is extra hard because of its location.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Like, they're open to allowing you to try, you know, doing shows and stuff there, but that's the problem, is its location is key. Like, that's why it's so great Madhouse moved from Horton Plaza to the ground level. That's great for them.
The foot traffic over in that area is awesome.
And it's not just that, but it's also like the quality of comics that you have come through. Like, you know, like ACC, they have all the big names. So unfortunately, you know, people who aren't comedians or aren't fans of comedy, but those are the people that will pay the money to go see like a Jim Gaffigan or whatever, you know, like it's hard. It's not fucking easy.
I think the
kudos
San
to
Diego
people
market too is a big, like,
there's so much shit to do. You're competing with so many things. You're competing with like zip lining and paddleboarding and surfing and fucking all kinds of yoga and whatever.
Fuck zipliners. Just throwing that one out there.
All kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Also, fuck rowers.
Hey. Easy
Throwing
now.
that out there. Get your fucking kayaks out of my way. I'm trying to swim here. You know what I mean?
It's a canoe.
Okay, Sean,
Get your little
you
mini
do
boats out of here.
no swimming. Obviously.
Yeah. What gave it away? My grotesque body?
Let's
or
go
my,
back to shaming Chad.
That's what we're here for.
What? This is a swimmer's body, obviously.
Well, it's a floater's body.
But like, I mean, you know, what are they like? I don't know. Sometimes, you know, it's nice to have like a little squishy.
Yeah.
Squishy.
That's what I told myself for a while.
No, there's definitely these things you tell
I heard
yourself.
that from a couple girls I kind of hooked up with for a little bit, and like I was like, yeah, you are right, ladies who dumped me and moved on to skinnier, more attractive guys. Yeah, I'm gonna keep pretending that's real.
Like, if you're into being choked, you're probably into being suffocated too. So like,
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
dude, you should try to learn how to ice skate.
yeah.
Your ass will be so tight.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, play a little bit of
ice
hockey.
skating is a
Hockey
ass
butt.
tightener?
Hockey butt, dude. It's a thing.
Hockey butt?
Yeah.
Holy shit. And you get to be all manly and like,
Yeah, man stuff. Like
man
smelly
stuff. Oh, it stinks so bad.
Yeah,
You do
so bad.
butt pucking.
Puck bunny.
Hockey.
Puck bunny.
Hockey butt.
Hockey butt.
Butt pucking.
No, they call them puck bunnies, or like groupies, like chicks.
Should I say it one more time? Will it be funny then? Fuck it.
That's a real term. Puck bunnies is like what they call groupies for hockey chicks.
dudes.
And I guess Alyssa Milano.
Oh.
I guess she's this notorious, like...
You know, she's one of those chicks who's like,
Notorious
sports. I like sports. Oh, no, I don't. I just like dick that likes sports.
Well, so apparently there's like... So apparently Alyssa Milano loves to get railed by hockey dudes. And apparently it's because hockey dudes have nice butts.
Oh, isn't
and they're
getting
good at
railed when they
sex.
push them up against the
wall? Boards, yeah.
Yeah,
check
that's
them
cool.
fighting and stuff.
Two meanings.
Throwing the gloves off, you know? No glove in it.
Taking the gloves off. Oh, that's funny.
No glove in it.
All right, gloves off.
But she just did that, like, the sex strike, right? Hashtag sex strike. And everyone, like, all these guys, like, all these hockey players are like, dude, I know some stories about you. Like, hey, you might not want to be this whole like, let's like, not have sex thing when these like guys have all these like, I guess like raunchy stories about how much of a hoe she was.
Yeah, but I mean, just because you used to fuck a lot doesn't mean you can't be like, I don't fuck now.
So you're a born again virgin? You believe in that?
Well, no, like a monk.
just kind of funny.
Like, I mean, maybe a guy was like, like a hoe bag, and then he was like, I'm a monk now.
I'm a priest. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, a guy used to fuck a lot, and then he's like, oh, I'm fat now, so
I'm gonna be a monk now.
I'm gonna go live in the mountains.
Right?
That guy is none of us.
Yeah.
And all of us.
I feel like there's a deep meaning that I don't understand.
I just did feel weird because so Alyssa Milano did do the sex strike, and like the first thing I did was just looked up an old picture of Alyssa Milano and jack off to her. I was like, this is like unintentional. Like I was unintentionally. I was
It's like a small form of protest.
Well, because I was like, because I'm like, man, like she is old and still looks like 20 years old and hot.
Yeah.
So I was like looking up old pictures of her from like the 90s, and she's like really fucking hot. And I was like, oh man, and I started jacking off.
Pictures of her,
and I'm done, and
rubbing
I finish, and I'm
face.
like, oh, like the whole reason this started, like this rabbit hole started, is because she's like, let's not do this. I don't know.
Wait, why is she making? Why is she choosing that? What inspired her to do so?
Sex strike.
It's like the abortion laws in Georgia. Yeah. So she like made this social media thing where it was like it started as a post, and then it like the post got traction.
So she's refusing to have sex to protest the not having abortion.
Well, her and she's trying to have like she's trying to be
pretty
like,
ironic.
Hey,
right?
women,
Sex
let's all
means
not have sex to show like until to stick it to the guys and make them want to change their minds about being like such guys.
But it's not the guys who are forcing the law.
No,
it's a
not at all,
group of people, men and women,
and women signing it
that are like against it, right? But you know what's funny about this whole?
But it's just
thing?
It's a weird solution to the problem. You can debate the problem all you want, but you're like, let's not have sex, and it's like literally the joke is like everyone's like, good. That's kind of what they're advocating for, right?
Yeah.
Like it's all these Christians that are like, hey, let's be celibate and not have babies.
Okay, here's the deal. If I can't,
like, let's not have babies, and everyone's kind of like all the Christians that you're trying to like, yeah, we're gonna show them. They're all kind of like shrugging their shoulders, like, do we like cheer this on, or do we just be quiet and let them go?
Why are we so focused?
Exactly what we want them to do.
What about when you guys jerk off? Like that's like a million abortions.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
I've
every
seen that
time,
argument. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
but it's
I feel like
if you kill. So if you kill one person, it's like the Joker thing, right? You kill one little like school bus of kids, and all of a sudden you're a monster. You're a terrorist. But if you go start a war that kills millions of people,
it's fine.
You're a hero. You're a goddamn hero. You're a president. You know what I mean? Let's reelect that guy.
You know, honestly, with the whole abortion
It's kind of like
thing,
that. It's like if you abort one fetus, it's like, what a fucking monster. Let's put her in jail. Let's punish her.
Yeah.
Take that out of context. And then if one guy jerks off thousands and thousands and thousands of times,
which he will over the course of his lifetime,
it's like, hey, let's sell him more.
Are there guys who don't jerk
porn.
off?
I think there's just guys who jerk off more frequently than others.
There's none that.
I heard
just
you
don't.
can't not come though.
I don't know.
You can't not come.
Probably don't.
Every guy has to come every like couple weeks, no matter what. So even if you don't jerk, your
no,
body,
they just tell you that.
No, you do.
To get in your pants.
I just heard it from a doctor.
Yeah, that's what they say.
I heard it from a doctor who said if you try to do, because there's
how many times do you use that one?
Was an internet meme of like no jerk never. It started off with no jerk November or something, no jerk December, and then it turned into no jerk or something.
It was no nut.
No nut never. No, that's what it is. No nut never, which is like internet involved.
And what happened? Guys were getting like sick.
It's dudes. It's like Nazi dudes online.
Like they're like passing out.
Well, you just start wet dreaming. You start wet dreaming because
they had so much semen in them. They started getting themselves pregnant.
I knew this guy who was like, oh man, if I don't jack off, he's like, my little sperms, I feel like they swim up into my brain and make me crazy.
Well, that is true. That's science. Doctors have corroborated that. Yeah.
Same.
So gross.
For me, it's my arms and my hands. I don't know why. They like to swim. My arms get bloated. It's weird. It's a whole thing.
If I don't jerk off, my arms get fat. Right? I think is the greatest
Dude, Sean hasn't jerked off in years.
Ladies, look at all this cum in my belly. Look at all this baby juice in my belly, ladies. You want to snuggle with it?
Baby juice. Gross.
Whoa.
But yeah, so apparently no nut never is not possible because your body nuts even if you don't make it nut. So if you literally if you don't jack off.
Oh, like when you sneeze.
It's like trying to hold back a sneeze. You can't not do it. You know what I mean? Achoo. You can't not hold. You know what I mean? After a while, you just gotta sneeze.
Makes sense.
After a while, you just gotta sneeze.
After a while, you just get a runny nose. You know.
It's like a drippy pocket.
When your balls explode,
you might as well blow your nose.
I mean. You can just let that snot ball just hang, or you could blow it off, you know. Yeah. Good note.
But back to the sex strike and me jacking off.
Oh, yeah.
Because then the next day, I kind of had this weird thought about that, Melissa, where I'm like, hey, that was kind of indirectly weird, where she was trying to make it be like, hey, let's not do this, and instead I went and did the thing.
Should you message her and be like, I'm sorry, I jerked off to your photo
I did actually. I'm like, yeah, after giving it long, considerate thought with a little bit of exercise, and I came to the conclusion that
it's kind of sweet.
This hashtag
is that weird?
But then there's a model like Radajowski. Do you know that girl? She's like some famous model chick lady.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah,
she's
right?
famous. I don't know her.
Whatever. Yeah. Remember when you were talking about famous people? Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them.
Rubbing foreskins on their face.
Yeah, baby
and with this
foreskins.
person, I would because she's super hot. Like she's a super hottie. But then she was like, I'm gonna do the sex strike too. So she posed naked. She did all these naked photo shoots that were not really naked. It was like her holding her boobies.
And those are the best naked photos.
I hate that.
They're like artistic naked
look at this
photos.
naked photo shoot, and it's like I can't even see bush.
There is no bush.
One nipple. You're gonna tell me this chick's naked? I can't even see one of her nipples.
No, she just had her bush trimmed.
I can't even see a little bit of the lips. You know what I mean? Come on. But it was also too. It was an article about men shouldn't be making choices for women. Let's show them. Let's show them how powerful we are and what they're missing out on. Just zip. I was like, I don't know what you guys are going for here.
If they knew, they're like, we're defeating the whole purpose of our stand.
You guys are making me horny right now. I don't really get that. You're trying to make me mad or something. You're making me happy.
It's a tough one.
But with that considered, depending on the guy, you'll find a guy who will jerk off to anything. Like if you want to start a protest, there's a guy who will probably masturbate to someone in the protest. Like it's just someone's gonna jerk off to it, no matter what it is.
Yeah, Sean will pick up that.
Right?
We're gonna start a protest. I'll masturbate to it.
It doesn't even matter what it is.
Challenge. Yeah. Challenge. We don't need bike lanes in North Park.
I'm jerking off to that.
I'll show you.
Ooh, I really like those spoke wheels.
I'll show you 30th Street.
Look at that frame.
Whoa.
No, good for you, Sean.
Yeah,
thanks,
good job.
Man. Yeah, thanks.
You know,
just a horny, lonely guy.
Just a fat.
Full of cum.
No.
Savage.
I don't know why that made me feel so good.
It's a support group. That's what we run here.
Yeah, I know.
You got 4 more?
So tell your friends about us.
Totally.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's about that time.
Yeah.
Gotta be honest.
I got a GTFOH.
Let's end with a Trump quote.
Fair enough.
Ready for that?
No, you're not.
No, just no.
Dude, I hope it's a quote about Trump beating off to listen along.
Which you know he's done for sure. Here we go. Sorry, losers and haters, but my IQ is one of the highest, and you all know it. Please don't feel stupid or insecure. It's not your fault. Our president.
Wow.
Thoughts? No? Thoughts?
I want to salute him. Like, congrats, bud.
I think we should start signing off with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah.
Nah. I've got my problems with the Pledge of Allegiance. That's a different story, though.
Shut your goddamn mouth, you genocidal
Thank you, Jessy.
fascist.
Thank you, Jessy, for coming over and hanging out.
Thanks you guys for having me. This is fun.
Yeah, one last time. It's at JP Comedy.
Yes.
Follow her. Now it's at Dusty K. Tunnell on Twitter.
2 L's.
2 L's. At MCT Jokes. Jokis.
Yes, sir.
And I'm Sean I.E. Corey. Hit us up.
Yeah.
At Offensive on Twitter. Hashtag North Park Radio. At North Park Radio. All that shit. Yeah. Subscribestar.com/North Park Radio.
I love you.
They're going to have swag next week. You guys own it.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. You heard it here first. We're a support group.
I know. I like it.
Ballsy.
It is. It
or
is.
Vagina.
Clitty.
Dicks.
What do you call people without beards? Women.
Excuse me, ma'am. Have these clippers been used on your bush?
Because I look like I'm 12 without a beard.
I feel the same way when I shave my bush.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, it looks 12 again.
Can't tell you enough, YouTube. I shaved my bush. Like, anyone got a box cutter? Apparently, no nut never is not possible.
If I don't jerk off, my arms get fat.
Sean hasn't jerked off in years.
Ladies, look at all this cum in my belly. Look at all this baby juice in my belly, ladies. You want to snuggle with it? We all fart when we piss.
Girls don't do that. It's so gross. And you're like, I thought I was the chick.
I'm a Volsa. I'm like Matoma.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just swat down all the sex. Like, not my house, lady.
Fuck out of here.
Boom, and I wave a finger in her face. Not today, bitch. I do not want all this sex you're throwing at me, okay?
Yeah.
Get it away.
No, you're vulnerable right now. Would you like some wiener? No, wiener, no! Right before I come, I need you to punch me right in the face.
And then she told me I slap like a bitch.
So I've had girls want me to slap their ass, and I'll unload on a girl's ass.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Moving on. She's a scat lady. Crazy scat lady.
Gross.
Usually it's not okay to ask what she did when you're talking about a woman getting hit, but in this scenario it's inappropriate.
Sorry, ladies.
I had a sigmoidoscopy one time, which is like a colonoscopy.
Okay.
But you're awake for it, and they don't go as far up.
And the doctor uses his dick.
It's like
yeah. He just straps
weird
it.
one.